Alright, so here we go with part 3. Chandra, Flamecaller. 4 colorless, 2 red, +1, put 2 3/1 red elemental creature tokens into the battlefield under your control. They have haste. Exile them at the beginning of the next end step. So that's actually been quite relevant with Perforos, or to make 2 attackers that can just come out of nowhere, poke somebody for a bit of damage, and then I can sacrifice those creatures to Goblin Bombardment, Helm of Possession, whatever. The secondary ability, discard all cards in your hand, then draw the many cards +1. I've used it a few times. It's nice to have it in the deck because there's not a lot of draw. So this is one of the draw enhancers I have. The Neg-X, where she deals X damage to each creature, I've never used it. I've never used the ultimate with Chandra Flamecaller. Dual Caster Mage. 1 colorless, 2 red for a human wizard. Ah, another human. Okay, so Micaeus will not bring him back out of the graveyard. Anyway, 2/2 Flasher. When he enters the battlefield, copy target instant or sorcery. I may choose new targets for the copy. Not the original, just the copy. Volras Felsenberg. Volras Stronghold. Add colorless my mana pool, or 1 colorless, 1 black tap. Take a creature from your graveyard and put it on top of your library. Balthor the Defiled. 2 and 2 black for a 2/2 zombie dwarf legend. All minions get +1/+1. I don't have any other minions, so that's not really relevant. What's relevant is the 3 black, exile Balthor, return all black and all red creatures from all graveyards to play. So he's here so he can sit out if somebody's going to Bojuka Bog my graveyard, and I've got a lot of things that I would rather not have exiled. I can spend 3 black, bring them all back into play. Of course, my opponents might have some interesting things too, and it might backfire a bit. But you have to take your chances sometimes. And remember, he remembers enough of his life to weep for what he has lost. Kaervek. Add colorless my mana pool, or 1 and 1 red tap, put a 0/1 red kobold creature token into play. So this is a way of just, if I don't have anything to do with my mana at the end of the turn, before the opponent, before me, okay, I spend 1 in a red and I create a creature. If I have Perforos in play, it's more interesting, but it's just a way of beefing up the tokens for later use. Swamp. Solemn Simulacrum. 4 colorless for a 2/2 artifact creature. Comes into play, go find a land, basic land, put it in play tapped. If he dies, draw a card. Simple, but so effective. Hell's Caretaker. 3 colorless, 1 black for a 1/1 Caretaker. I don't know what the creature type is now. I'd have to look at Gatherer. Signed. So I bought this a few years ago because I like the art, I wanted the effect in the deck, and I love the text, the quote, "You might leave here Chandra, should another take your place." So what does he do? During my upkeep, I can tap him, choose a creature in play, send it to the graveyard, choose a creature in my graveyard, bring it back into play. Basically to swap them in and out. So if Kokusho is in my graveyard during my upkeep, he can get swapped in and out. Phyrexian Tower. Add 1 colorless to your mana pool, or sacrifice a creature, add double black to your mana pool. And fair enough, I should have a lot of creatures to sacrifice, as the game goes on. Graveborn Muse, 2 colorless, 2 black for a 3/3 zombie spirit. Beginning of your upkeep, you draw X cards and you lose X life, where X is the number of zombies you control. Obviously, if I've cast Army of the Damned, I'm going to think twice about casting her if I've not done so. I mean, drawing 13 cards is nice, But getting hit for 13 damage, that's not. That kind of sucks. But she is one of the major draw engines in the deck. Typically, I'll have her and 1 or 2 other zombies, so I'll be losing 3, but drawing 3 cards a turn. So like a turbocharged Phyrexian Arena. Alright, last card. Dragon Skull Summit. If I have a swamp or a mountain, comes into play untapped. Tap it, add black or red to my mana pool. So there you go, that's Kaervek. One of my favorite decks, one of my oldest decks. One of the ones that, even though it's strong, it's not oppressively strong. I could build it that way, but I'm not going to, because when a deck is too oppressive, it is no longer fun to play. Yeah, once in a while it's nice to completely run the game. You are the threat, you are the master of the table, but then you look around and your friends are just not having fun, and it's not a good feeling. I prefer more of a some freewheeling, some back and forth. I do want to win, but I don't want to win like a jerk. And Kaervek, for his ability being so powerful, his casting cost and his toughness really keeps him in check. I mean, 4 toughness a few years ago, that was kind of significant. Definitely kept him out of lightning bolt range. But these days, it's really not. I mean, there's so many board wipes, so much pinpoint destruction, they can just take him out. So, let me know what you think of the comments below of the deck, and let's start a discussion about some of the card choices. Cheers!